Bhagavad Gītā, Chapter 6, The Yoga of Meditation, the Inner Ascent. In Chapter 6 of the Bhagavad Gītā, Lord Krishna reveals the path of Dhyāna Yoga, the yoga of meditation. He teaches that the true renunciate is not one who withdraws from the world, but one who acts without attachment and turns the mind inward. Krishna urges the seeker to tame the restless mind, comparing it to the wind. It is difficult, yes, but not impossible. Through discipline and detachment, the yogi finds peace. The instructions are practical. Sit in stillness, balance food, sleep, and work. Focus the mind on the self. Let thoughts settle like a flame in windless air. As meditation deepens, joy arises, not from the senses, but from within. This bliss, Krishna says, is beyond sorrow, beyond all worldly gain. Arjuna then asks, what happens if a meditator fails? Krishna answers with compassion. No effort is wasted. Even the fallen yogi returns life after life until the journey is complete. The chapter ends with Krishna's gentle assurance. Among all yogis, the one who worships me with love and faith, who meditates on me always, is most dear to me.
Chapter 6, Dhyāna Yoga, the Yoga of Meditation. Verse 1, the Blessed Lord said, one who performs their duties without seeking the fruits of action is a true renunciate and yogi, not one who merely renounces rituals or avoids work. Explanation. Krishna opens this chapter by redefining the yogi, not someone who escapes life, but one who lives and acts with detachment and inner focus. Verse 2, what they call renunciation is also yoga. No one becomes a yogi without renouncing selfish intention. Verse 3, for the beginner, action is the means, but for the advanced yogi, tranquility and renunciation are the means. Explanation. The path begins with disciplined action, but matures into inner stillness and meditation. Verse 4. When one is not attached to sense objects or actions and has renounced all selfish desires, that person is said to be truly established in yoga. Verse 5. Let person uplift themselves by their own mind. Let them not degrade themselves, for the mind alone is the friend and the enemy of the self. Explanation. The mind is both the key and the gatekeeper. It can elevate us toward liberation or pull us down. Mastery of the mind is essential to yoga. Verse 6. The mind is a friend to one who has conquered it, but for one who has failed to do so, it acts as an enemy. Verse 7. The one who has conquered the mind, who is serene and absorbed in the self, is unaffected by heat and cold, pleasure and pain, honor and dishonor. Explanation. The true yogi remains undisturbed by dualities, centered in the inner self, no longer swayed by external conditions. One who is satisfied with knowledge and wisdom, who is unwavering, with senses subdued, and who regards clods of earth, stones, and gold alike, is said to be truly established in yoga. Verse 9. One who is impartial to friend and foe, to the neutral, the ally, the hateful, the righteous, and the sinful, such a person excels among yogis. Explanation. Universal equality is the mark of the highest yogi, one who sees beyond roles and labels and meets every being with steady compassion. Verse 10. The yogi should constantly strive to remain alone, with mind and body controlled, free from desires and possessions, and stay focused in meditation. Explanation. Krishna now gives direct instruction on meditative life, seeking solitude, simplicity, self-restraint, and steady concentration. Verse 11. In a clean place, let the yogi set up a firm seat, neither too high nor too low, made of cloth, deer skin, and grass stacked in that order. Verse 12. Sitting there focused and with a disciplined mind, let the yogi practice yoga to purify the heart and control the thoughts. Verse 13. Let the yogi hold the body, head, and neck erect and still, gazing steadily at the tip of the nose without looking around. Explanation. A steady posture and inward focus helps still the mind, creating the physical and mental foundation for deep meditation. Verse 14. With a calm mind, free from fear, firm in the vow of celibacy, and mind fully subdued, let the yogi sit and meditate on me with devotion. Verse 15. Thus always disciplining the mind, the yogi who is devoted to me attains supreme peace, liberation from all bondage. Verse 16. There is no success in yoga for one who eats too much or too little, nor for one who sleeps too much or too little. Explanation. Krishna advises moderation. The spiritual path is not about extremes, but about balance in food, rest, and activity. Verse 17. But for one who is moderate in eating, recreation, work, sleep, and waking, yoga becomes a destroyer of sorrow. Verse 18. When the mind, restrained from all external objects, rests in the self alone, then one is set to be established in yoga. Explanation. True meditation is not escape. It is returning inward, resting in the truth of the self beyond distractions. Verse 19. As a lamp in a windless place does not flicker, so is the yogi whose mind is controlled and focused on the self. Explanation. This classic image captures deep meditation, unwavering, silent, still. The mind rests like a flame, undisturbed by wind. Verse 20. When the mind becomes quiet through the practice of yoga and rejoices in the self alone, then one is said to be absorbed in spiritual union. Verse 21. This state of inner joy, beyond the senses, grasped by intellect, purified through yoga, never departs from the realized soul. Explanation. It is a bliss beyond pleasure, not dependent on anything external, and once known, can never be forgotten. Verse 22. Having attained this state, one considers no other gain greater than it. Established in this, even the greatest sorrow does not disturb the soul. Explanation. The joy of self-realization is so complete that it makes all worldly gains seem small, and even sorrow powerless. Verse 23. This disconnection from union with sorrow is known as yoga. It must be practiced with determination and a steady mind. Verse 24. one should abandon all desires born of imagination and fully restrain the senses from all directions by the mind alone. For verse 25, with the intellect steady and unwavering, and the mind fixed on the self alone, let one slowly bring the restless mind under control. Explanation. Meditation is not forced. It is a gradual returning, a gentle but firm redirection of attention inward to the self. Verse 26. Whenever the mind wanders away due to its unsteady nature, one should bring it back under the control of the self. Explanation. This verse is a timeless instruction for all meditators. Do not get discouraged. Simply bring the mind back again and again with patience and compassion. Verse 27. Yogi, whose mind is perfectly subdued, who is peaceful and free from passions, becomes united with the Supreme and attains pure bliss. Verse 28. Steady in discipline, free from sin, and having controlled the mind, the yogi rejoices in eternal bliss, united with the Supreme. Verse 29. One who sees the self in all beings, and all beings in the self, such a yogi sees the same everywhere. Explanation. This is the essence of spiritual vision. Not just inner peace, but seeing on oneness, in all forms of life, in every being. Verse 30. One who sees me in everything, and everything in me, I am never lost to them, nor are they ever lost to me. Explanation. This intimate bond between the yogi and the divine is unbreakable. Such union is the heart of yoga. Verse 31. The yogi who is established in unity and worships me, abiding in all beings, dwells in me, no matter what their way of life. Explanation. No matter one's background or path, if one sees the divine in all, they live in constant union with Krishna. Verse 32. Seeing the joys and sorrows of others as their own, the yogi who is united with the self is considered the highest. Verse 33. Arjuna said, O Krishna, this yoga of equanimity which you've declared seems hard to achieve due to the restless nature of the mind. Explanation. Arjuna now voices a common concern. How can one control such a wandering, wild mind? Verse 34. Arjuna said, O Krishna, the mind is restless, turbulent, powerful, and stubborn. Controlling it seems as difficult as restraining the wind. Explanation. Arjuna captures the struggle of all spiritual seekers. Mind is wild, and its control feels nearly impossible. Verse 35. The Blessed Lord said, O mighty armed one, the mind is indeed difficult to control, but through practice and detachment, it can be mastered. Explanation. Krishna acknowledges the difficulty, but assures that with abhyasa practice and vairagya, detachment, mastery is possible. Verse 36. Without self-discipline, yoga is hard to attain. But the disciplined soul, striving with sincerity, reaches perfection over time. Verse 37. Arjuna said, What happens to the unsuccessful yogi who, O faithful, lacks self-discipline and fails to reach perfection in yoga? Explanation. Arjuna worries about the fate of a sincere seeker who falls short, a deeply compassionate question. Verse 38. Does such person cut off from both spiritual and material success, perish like a cloud torn from the sky. Verse 39. This doubt of mine, O Krishna, I ask you to clear completely, for none but you can remove it. Verse 40. The Blessed Lord said, O Arjuna, one who strives for the good never comes to ruin. A sincere soul never suffers loss, neither in this world nor the next. Explanation. Krishna reassures, no effort is wasted. Even a fallen yogi is protected and guided forward. Verse 41. The unsuccessful yogi is reborn in the home of the pure and prosperous. Or, verse 42. If endowed with great spiritual merit, they are born into a family of wise yogis, a rare birth in this world. Explanation. Krishna reveals a hopeful truth. Even an incomplete journey continues. Such a soul is reborn in a way that naturally draws them back to the path. Verse 44. Drawn by the strength of past practice, they are carried forward, even unwillingly. The seeker of yoga rises above the rituals of scripture. Verse 45. With continued effort and purification through many lives, a yogi reaches the highest goal. Explanation. No spiritual effort is lost. Each life refines the seeker until ultimate union with the self is attained. Verse 46. Among all types of seekers, the yogi is superior, and among yogis, the one who worships me with full faith is the most devoted. Verse 47. For all yogis, the one who surrenders to me with love and devotion, such a person is most intimately united with me.